This is Nigel McGuinness, Ring of Honor superstar, and you are listening to Retro Unlim Radio. Stay tuned, wankers.
The Slamcast is coming to you wherever you're listening to it. We're not live this week on YouTube, but we got our lovely intro. Michael Burhan's with us. We'll take that trade any day of the week. What's going on, brother?
Good, good, good. You know, as it is, it's a nice little freaking Friday. Freaky Friday, of course. Me doing
Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I've got the little nephews with me today, basically sitting there coughing in the background. But it's going to be good. It's a not bad wrestling week. We've got a lot of expectations, a lot of hype building up, a lot of injuries. So I think it's going to be awesome. And speaking of injuries, we've got the first half of LOD 2000. Of course, he is Hawk himself, Mr. Dave Wade.
Hello. Give him that LOD 2000 at least. Give him the LOD gimmick.
Wait, does that make me Sunny then?
One of us would have to be Sunny by default.
I can't pass up a brilliant Biff quote now. Something very familiar. Sorry.
Well, I've got the boobs.
Yeah, take two.
Yeah, I've got the boobs for it, so I think that's probably what works on that one.
Technically, I have bigger tits than you.
That's true, so then you could be Sunny by de facto.
Technically, Nick might have bigger tits than the most of us. No offense, Nick. Nick Horaceck is on the program. That's what they call a segue in the radio business.
AKA Animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll be like, tell him, Dave!
It's dumping down rain for the last 3 hours here in Great Falls. It's been a pretty damn good day.
Oh, well, you know what? A little rain is good. I could use it because I'm currently staring out at my backyard, and what would normally be a creek bed is just a dried up pile of leaves. So,
well,
when it rains, when it pours.
Oh, okay. Send some of that rain my way. That's all I'm saying. So we are not live on our Retro Unlim YouTube channel. We are on the Retro Unlim YouTube channel. We're just not live.
Yeah, but we've put quick explanation on why, people. It's technology on YouTube at the moment is shite.
So anytime Dave drops out, we'll be able to seamlessly edit him back in like it never happened.
And also that will still be British Telecom. That's nothing to do with the dwelling.
Still. Fuck you, British Telecom. Fuck you very much.
So we're getting all our gimmicks out of the way early, but I think.
Speak for yourself. This is not a gimmick. This is pure frustration.
Exactly.
Well, it's us bringing up British Telecom on the show.
It's an unintended gimmick because
it's a gimmick, though. It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's still that British Telecom gimmick.
Dave. Calming thoughts.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, I mean, I don't know where we should jump in first because there's been a whole lot of stuff that happened over the last 7 days in wrestling. Let alone Payback. We're going to talk about Payback probably towards the end of the show.
We start with the bigger. So we start with Mr. Unlucky himself.
Yes, I think it is, which has become a sad, depressing annual tradition. Daniel Bryan was forced to surrender the Intercontinental title this Monday on Raw. Yeah.
Your real life Bad Luck Brian. There's your
or
at
it's
least
really
wrestling's version of Bad Luck Brian.
And we talked about it last week on the show. I mean, it is almost, indicative of how he worked in wrestling.
Yes.
It's I mean, it just sucks that now he's getting his biggest push, the biggest most money he could ever possibly make, and now the his style has come back
with him.
He's caught up with him later on in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is the end, which I mean, as of press time, who knows if it is the end. But if it is the end, his career will definitely go down as one of not the biggest. You can't call it the biggest disappointment because this guy did get the great WrestleMania moment, but probably the greatest. Yeah, probably the greatest. What could have been, because if he doesn't get hurt, he's still a viable.
The great
WWE
unsolved
champion.
what-if mystery, if you will.
Exactly. We'll be debating it. That's why I hope it's not the end, because we'll be debating it as wrestling fans for the next 10 years at least of what could have been, how great Daniel Bryan's career could have been. But c'est la vie,
So there you go, people. My advice to all you out there: when you see that crack on the pavement on your way to work, step over it.
Well,
Over, not on.
the thing is as well, you got to look at it this way. The man is a multiple-time WWE champion, multiple-time World Heavyweight champion, Intercontinental United States and Tag Team champion. Is probably one of the most decorated stars.
He's won everything, exactly. You can't say his career's disappointment. That's why it's...
He's got a nice trophy cabinet.
That's what I'm saying.
Ring of Honor Pure Champion, Ring of Honor World Champion. I mean, this guy's one of the most decorated and arguably best in the world. And it's just a stroke of bad luck, and just, like you said, indicative of the way he worked. It's caught up to him, and it's just a horrible time that he's hit it when he's getting these big pushes, and then he's got to step back and give up the title. And
no offense to him, no one told him to still work the same style after coming back from injury. That he, instead of getting an operation done, he opted to rehab. So if it was anybody else, they would have changed up their styles and did things differently. And the thing about it is, Bryan, that he could have easily adjusted to a different style. He chose to still do that kind of Japanese strong style that he's used to, and he's back on the shelf again. Plus, a little blame goes to WWE for that whole horrendous Sheamus fucking attack. No one on their right fucking mind told them to go that brutal. I don't care whose idea it was.
Oh, yeah. That was probably those guys trying to make it, look super brutal. But, I mean, it is what it is, man. I will... Until... If this is the end, when, like I said, as of press time, it is completely unknown, but it's certainly not looking very good. If this is the end, it will go down as probably one of the greatest, the Tony Canigliaro of wrestling careers, to, reference great baseball players. I hope it's not the end of Daniel Bryan, the character, although I wouldn't be surprised. He doesn't seem like the type of person that
would work as a character.
I mean, he would do it just for, I'm sure, to get the ensure the financial security for his family. But he doesn't strike me as the type of guy that needs the job. I think he's even said it himself on Total Divas. If he stopped wrestling tomorrow, he would still be able to lead the life he lives now, with few exceptions.
He's very frugal. He's kind of like Punk, where he made a lot of money prior.
Mick Foley, CM Punk come to mind, how very frugal they were with their money.
Nothing lasts forever, so don't go back crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I hope it's not
sports stars who could learn from that the mentality and mindset, really.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think that's one thing actually the WWE should probably start teaching younger talents as they come up money management, or as soon as you get that first big paycheck, there should be like here, you should probably take it and invest it back into the WWE.
Well, it's like those lottery winners, isn't it? Where someone would like win the lottery and then they would piss it away within 3 years.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what a WrestleMania payday is like, though. Some of those guys probably
but it's
his paycheck for.
I could never do that. I don't ever understand how people mismanage their money. It's like
I could do that.
Well, you hear about these wrestlers like Ric Flair, for instance, who were Ric Flair could literally, when WCW was going bankrupt, he could have bought WCW for the price they were asking it for. And
he could have bought it for what Vince got it for.
Yeah, and now the guy basically can't even scrape together a few quid. That's ridiculous.
Has to do independent appearances to get by.
Autograph signings.
Well, hey,
telework.
It's true. It's true what he says, man. The man spent more money on spilt liquor from one end of this world to the next than anybody else in his business took home in a year. Woo! How to get the Ric Flair gimmick in
Ass
there.
bitten much.
Again, Ric Flair is my spirit animal.
Okay, going on from that, it has been rumored that
somewhat happier news.
Well,
I guess.
It has been rumored that WWE are gonna find a different role for Bryan within the company to capitalize on the fact that he's a hot property.
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of transitioning to. It does make sense for him to stick around right now, as long as he's walking, don't walk away from the fan base that's made you so much money at this point in time. He could still perform on a mic. He just can't, if he can't get in the ring, I am sure they will find something for him to do just to keep the people with the yes chants around, because I think that's, been I guess it's a instant crowd picker-upper, you could say.
Yeah.
Instant pop. As soon as Daniel Bryan comes out, Flight of the Valkyries hits, people go crazy.
Which is a great track, by the way. I love his entrance music.
Am I the only one who still hopes? Still holds out hope that he'll come back at the Final Countdown. Am I the only one that does that?
Yeah, you're the only one, because there's no way they're gonna purchase the rights to that. Cult personality, I get it.
Because Living Color can pretty much come cheap these days.
They probably sold it. They probably sold that for a song. It wasn't too big, but
You don't think Europe's purchasable?
No.
Let's say high fantasy booking that Daniel Bryan gets not the death sentence for his wrestling career, but a time frame. It's like, okay, you're basically gonna break apart in a year. One last WrestleMania match, you won't come out. I want to come out the Final Countdown. You can still do the yes chant to the Final Countdown. I don't know. I know he doesn't fucking care about his theme song. I'm just fantasy booking.
Well, Flight of the Valkyries is still a good song, in my opinion.
It's a great song, and he's made it his own. But I don't know. I just always, ever since he's gotten popular, I just wanted him to go back to Final Countdown, just because I love Final Countdown. But I hope he doesn't walk away, and I hope this isn't the end for Daniel Bryan's wrestling career. And I'm sure I'm not the only one on this show.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, stranger things have happened, so we'll keep everybody posted on that. That's obviously going to be a developing story of the summer. Daniel Bryan watched 2015.
In other news, Destination X apparently having buyer's remorse with TNA.
Destination America, you mean?
Or whatever the fuck they're called.
Why would it X? What do you think of the old TNA pay-per-view?
Yeah, why would old TNA pay-per-view have buyer's remorse about it?
Porn channel, just saying.
It's okay. It's easily mistakable. We'll not make fun.
Yeah, it's basically a more pointless TNA news. They're apparently having buyer's remorse, and Dixie Carter's saying that that's not true. She actually reiterates having a closed-door meeting with the talent, stating that wrestling sites such as WrestleZone.com and 1PW, etc., don't believe the hype, ladies and gentlemen, because apparently she is privy to information from the West Coast that Nielsen doesn't predict. But then it goes to reiterate in the article from WrestleZone that apparently Nielsen covers the whole spectrum of America, so they add that.
The first thing to say about that on paper is anyone who feels the need to come out and make a statement to say don't believe the hype, is your answer right there. Like, well,
yeah. And still,
that's a classic, deflect tension move, isn't it?
Well, still that the company's still having huge money issues by the fact they're still paying a lot of talent late or not even at all. So it's causing a lot of aggro and a lot of stress. And it's aggro and stress that's not needed at the moment when the company really needs to actually start focusing its attention and stop being Dixie Carter's little plaything.
It's really, I think, I would say it survived a car accident. It landed on its feet I was trying to go with, I don't know, I lost myself with this analogy. They survived a major tragedy by landing on Destination America, but that's quickly becoming not the sure footing they're realizing it was because the product's just not there. I as much as big of a fan as I am of MVP, you know, we're fellow Manchester United fans. We have that kindred bond in common. The Beatdown Clan is really just Bullet Club light.
Well, the problem is they're not the focal point that they should be. That's the big issue here.
The problem is they don't have a focal point to the show that's even interesting whatsoever. I mean, what's the biggest thing that I even think about even watching would be the team of Aries and Bobby Roode, whatever they're calling themselves.
Dirty Heels.
Or, yeah, the Dirty Heels against the Wolves. It's the only match that I'm even thinking about doing because they're doing a series for the tag team titles.
You know, as Mark Madden pointed out, which I think is hilarious, he goes, Ethan Carter III looks like a jacked up Jason Briggs. When he faces Angle for the TNA Championship, it should be a storyline involving him fucking a pie.
Your pie. Like, why hasn't someone come up with that yet?
I cried. I literally cried.
Watch that. I would watch that probably.
Just like Angle just walks in, he's fucking the pie, and then it causes a huge beatdown after Angle reveals that he was fucking the pie, and then he's in a relationship with the pie, and then wins the TNA Championship. Pie fucker.
And then his theme song could be pie fucker, pie fucker, pie fucker.
Get over.
Pie fucker. Pie, because that's basically what his theme song is, just trouble.
Yeah.
Trouble. That's the fucking lamest theme song in the world.
I like it.
Oh, it's fucking lame as shit,
Meh,
dude.
I could take it or leave it, in all honesty.
It sounds like a retarded boy band was like sniffing too much coke.
Trouble.
Pie-fucker!
No, Dixie's Carter theme was lame as fuck.
Pie fucker.
Well, then again, Dixie Carter's all around lame.
Yeah, I mean, like I
pretty
said, this is speaking towards the same old story, same old song and dance with TNA. They're on a new network, but show's not any more watchable.
Fucker, pie fucker.
Pie fucker, pie. See, it works. That's what I'm saying. You just say, I didn't know you
I
could just
think we have
repeat a
our
word.
episode title.
Pie fucker.
Pie fucker.
Yes.
Pie fucker. It's gonna be a weird one, but okay.
Fucking pie shit. So, going on from that, let's go on to another little bit of news as well. Apparently, we are going to be seeing an ECW original this week, well, next week's NXT tapings in Philadelphia.
No, I think they're actually today, actually.
Yeah, it's the taping today, but it'll be aired next week.
Which is so funny because they're literally coming into Philadelphia like 2 days after New Japan and ROH just like tore the house down in the ROH arena, in the old ECW arena, which actually, if I'm kind of glad I didn't go to, because the day I was looking to go to was the day of that major Amtrak derailment. And that's probably the train I would have been on.
At least you're not a pie fucker.
At least I'm not the pie fucker, though. Yes, I did miss Okada and Nakamura against the Briscoes. I did miss the Kingdom against Bullet Club, AJ, and the Bucks. They super kicked Maria.
I'd like to super kick her with my dick.
Anyway,
You beat me to it.
Anyway.
Well, then again, Burhan's a dick joke guy.
Yeah, Burhan dick joke gimmick.
Although I agree with him.
Yeah, now anyone who doesn't want to hit Maria with their dick is gay.
Exactly.
Sorry, Dave.
I mean, that's. I mean, she's.
No, I'm just being
legitimately-
respectful.
Yes, I'm trying to be respectful of the woman too, and plus because I'm kind of afraid of her husband.
I'm not. I'd slap him with my dick too.
Oh, God.
Like super kick! Super dick!
You finally saw that thing I was telling you about.
Super dick!
The Super Dick Party. Oh, yes. There we go. That's the title of the episode.
No.
Super Dick Party.
The pie fucking super dick party.
I'll
Pie
go with
fuck-
super
I
dick
like
party.
I like Super Dick Party.
Yeah, I gotta go with that.
That just
I
makes.
think if we had Pie Fucker in there, it's just overkill.
It sounds like a parody of. It sounds like a parody of Ninja Sex Party. I'm just saying.
Super dick party.
Oh yeah.
Ultimate Bullet Club combo, most over the top finishing move ever. Most an unnecessary finishing move in the history of wrestling, but still awesome. Anyway, how did we get off on a Young Bucks tangent? Oh yeah, I started bringing up New Japan.
I'd get it with my Young Bucks.
Oh man.
I know, I had to.
So are we gonna be going on? Are we done? Are you
Yes,
finished?
yes, I finished.
You got any more
Come
of
back,
this
come
terrible?
back to the light, Burhan.
When Maria's
Yeah,
concerned,
anymore of these
I
jokes you
am
wanna
never
get out?
finished.
You're like the Carl Anderson. You just can't get over it.
Oh, she'll get
Damn
over it.
Machine gun.
I just wanted to get under it.
Gallows now. Meyer Doc Gallows now. Is that
Yes.
what I am?
I'm hitting her with my Bullet Club.
Oh Jesus.
Super Dick!
This has been like 5 minutes of the show. I wish we could edit out, but good thing we're not live, and this isn't going on the air.
Super Dick!
God.
So as you were saying, Mr. Host of
So,
Host.
I didn't even remember what I was saying because so they're in Philadelphia this week, right after New Japan. I just found that was very ironic that they're like basically coming in after this really cool show, and they're gonna try and top it. And I don't know what the card is they're gonna be, but I think it's gonna be very close. It's a good week of wrestling in the city of Philadelphia. If you're concerned, go ahead, get out to the Tower Theater if you can. You're not listening to the show, so it's already happened. So if you're lucky to get out to the Tower Theater,
Well done.
Please do. I was gonna go to the. There's doing a taping up in Albany, but I don't know what happened to that plan. That plan went up poof into the ether, apparently. But speaking of NXT, pretty cool bit of information hit the internet, and WWE would be very fucking smart, I think, to make a network special out of this. It was announced on his tour, his returning tour of house shows this summer. Chris Jericho is gonna take on Finn Balor in Japan. Ha 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 ha! Put that on the network, please. Please. Where can I watch that? Because that match is too good not to put on TV. Allegedly,
Nope.
it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be Tommy and Jericho, but due to the injury, Finn Balor is more than nobly stepping in. But yeah, that's a match I would pay my $9.99 to see right there.
Oh, that match
For
would be
sure.
worth $29.99.
People in Japan are lucky to see that. They're gonna definitely get their yen worth.
Yep.
But again, things like that. Why aren't they putting on? Why aren't they putting it on the network? Why?
It was a
What?
license to print money, so yeah. Was it some contractual, or not contractual, some sort of deal with Japan or TV or whatever? I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm sure they could figure out some way between now. I think the match is happening sometime in June. They could figure out something to make it happen.
Get on
But
that.
yeah, get on that WWE Network.
Hello.
What the hell? I know, right? So in other kind of
I still think
positive-
WWE Network needs to do an After Dark part of it. So like after a certain watershed.
Iron Sheik After Dark.
Yes, or Divas Undressed.
Yeah.
Literally, them undressed.
All right. Well, that's not gonna happen. I admire
no.
your creativity, but that's
Well, it
never
could
gonna
it
happen.
could find like use for the shitty ones, like Summer Rae, for instance, who have, just no ring work whatsoever.
Looks kind of like a bird.
Yeah, just get her, having her getting like having her like
Shit,
testing
okay.
out dildos or stuff like that. That'd be awesome.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow.
Has anyone seen the Marine 4 yet? Because
No.
apparently that's hit
Was I gonna go
records.
see- Is it like The Room level bad? Like, is it so bad it becomes parabolically awesome? Like
The
parabolically
Miz,
bad? Like,
Summer Rae, the Marine 4.
No thanks. You lost me at the Miz star.
Tonight, this is not just personal, it's pointless.
It's super pointless. But,
Super
go on,
pointless.
WWE.
So Miz wins life. He's married to Maurice.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna hate. That's why I said I'm not hating on the Miz. I'm just.
Oh no, I can't. Like, dude,
choosing.
you officially get a pass from me for the rest of your life because you married Maurice.
Yeah, no, home run. You get to live your life, live your life's dream. Married a super hot supermodel wife. Homeboy nailed the front. Like Rusev. If I was Rusev, I'd be putting a ring on Lana. Stat. Lock that down.
Yes.
Lock that down because she's going to be a mega star. Megastar.
Rusev, Alaska.
I can't wait till they do the Lana speaking English. Lana learns how to speak proper English promos that we're inevitably going to get sometime, and I think we're even going to see it sometime in this year because they're clearly heavily teasing a split between those two.
Do you think she'll be riding on the Lex Express? I need a hero.
The Lana, I can't, like, the Lana Express doesn't really like the Lana liner.
Or because Vince is cheap, they'll just put her on a pony. Have the JR's barbecue theme song instead. Do 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 do.
That's not the JR's barbecue theme. That's the theme song to the University of Oklahoma.
As far as I'm concerned, it's
JR's theme.
It's JR. So
JR's barbecue theme. It should have like barbecue sauce on the Titantron. Good God, that barbecue sauce is a family.
You're insulting great friend of the podcast, Clint Davis, powerful Clint Davis.
Powerful Clint Davis, who's just officially got himself off of line. You know, he decided to quit Facebook recently. We love you, Clint. He said
he disappears.
No, he's actually deleted his Facebook. We had a chat about it the other day.
It happens.
Aliens. That's what I'm saying. Aliens.
What are you gonna do? He's out there. Anyway, he said, trying to rescue this show. It was confirmed shortly, or at least I read it a short time ago, by a Reddit user who has confirmed their credentials to the administrators of Reddit to post this story that Samoa Joe's signing is imminent and official. And imminent, and officially imminent, and the reason why they were held off on it, he was subject to the same clauses Kevin Owens was when he was signed. He had to slim down a tad. There's a picture. Joe tweeted out a picture pretty recently of him looking very good shape. His return or his debut is set for the next NXT Live special. So stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about that a little bit, but I haven't really watched my NXT, so I'm basically just gonna.
Yeah, I was in the process of watching this last episode. The go home show to Takeover Unstoppable, which is just
it's a slightly better name than Our Evolution.
Well, yeah, I mean it's just like Kobe Bryant in a hotel room in Colorado.
Oh, it's unstoppable. This show is unstoppable.
Oh.
Hey, guess what? And I won't get fired for making that joke.
No.
So I can make it. I sound like a horrible person, but I don't give a fuck.
You are.
I miss Abraham Washington.
Abraham Washington was black, brown, and gold. That's what I used to
I agree he was. I think he was a missed opportunity, just like Muhammad Hassan.
Oh, man. It was basically the gimmick I was doing on the indies.
What, Muhammad Hassan?
No, the Abraham Washington. They call them black, brown, and gold.
Nice.
Well, I never did the Muhammad Hassan gimmick on the indies, but I did that kind of variation of the gimmick when I was doing when I was cast in a few roles. I was cast as a terrorist for I think since 9/11 I was doing terrorist work for like 2 years. Every time I was cast as a terrorist, firing a gun for some weird reason, and then being shot.
course, because that's what you're there for. But yeah, Samoa Joe's gonna make his. It's finally gonna happen. Is he gonna be Samoa Joe? Who knows? Is he gonna be Palau Greg? I have no idea.
Wow, Greg, what?
I don't know. I was trying to name islands and then names. Palau.
Joe Samoanson.
I was gonna go with Joey Samoe. I know. I could see. I know. I think I may have made the joke before, but I could see Vince now saying, "Okay, do we need another Uso?"
He's Joe Uso.
Oh God!
And of course, they find the one Samoan that's not related to the OI dynasty.
I know. It's.
I've got it. I have it. He's a Dudley. He'll be Joe Dudley. He'll come out with the glasses. Or Joe Bella.
No.
Oh no!
Don't stick him with that albatross.
Please.
Or could he be Triple H's next door neighbor?
I think he's just gonna be purely an NXT signing. Like I
Hunter Joe Helmsley.
This is purely fueling my theory that I launched a few weeks ago on this show that nobody on the NXT, very few people on the NXT roster have an actual snowball's chance in hell of making it up to the main roster. And NXT now has pretty much just become the WWE's B show, the place where they buy up all the top indie talent and give them a place to perform. And I think Joe is going to serve that role. I'm sure he'll come out and maybe get one or a couple Raw moments, but, I think the window for Samoa Joe in the WWE is very small and closing rapidly due to age.
Well, Sami Zayn's currently injured, so maybe they'll basically call him Joey Zayn, and he'll be his cousin who comes out to defend titles.
I don't think he can pull off the. I don't think he can pull off the ska intro, man. Each one of your jokes has just become worse and worse and worse. It's like you keep digging the hole, man. Digging the hole.
It's not big enough yet, Brandon. It's not big enough.
Oh, we're not. It's not big enough for all of us to stand comfortably in it.
That's what she said.
They're in the sunlight.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Remember when we were adults? Seems so long ago now.
We were, but that's kind of like Samoa Joe's time in the WWE. It's fleeting.
He is the halcyon days of yore. But no, I really believe that. I think Joe's time in the WWE is limited. He has a limited time. Strike while the iron is hot. He better capitalize on the oh shit factor. And if this is true, I think maybe some of this leaking on the internet didn't do it any favors, because now people are assuming it's going to happen. But he's a guy who definitely has to strike while his iron is hot. He has to have a flawless debut, which I'm not doubting.
He got leaked, though. You're right, because it means immediately some of the jaw drop, bang, immediate response got is being watered down.
Yeah, but I mean, even so, that it's been pretty much a gimme ever since it was rumored that there was actual interest on WWE's behalf. So you just kind of figured it was the inevitable. But yes, watching it actually happen, and then if they're doing it, how do you think they're gonna do?
I have it right. Damien Sandow's Macho Man, right? Axelmania, Yokozuna.
Oh no!
No.
That's actually kind of funny, actually.
Josei.
Yokozuna.
That's actually pretty funny.
Joe Manga.
I could. They said they could just give him the Umaga gimmick, and no one will be any wiser.
Was like Umaga's still alive?
I mean, obviously, what they're setting up here is Joe, Steen, Owens,
Joens.
Joens too. Yeah.
Well, you know what they could do? He could literally be at the next pay-per-view.
That's what is rumored to be his.
Yeah, in place of Zayn. I like that idea. I like the cut of this guy's jib.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be something else. here's a guy. I've said it before. He's got to strike while the iron's hot. They got to capitalize on the, this is the last, the last really big name that's out there other than AJ to come to the WWE. And AJ's never coming to the WWE. I will, period, rubber stamp it, declarative statement end all declarative statements. You will never ever see AJ Styles.
So you're saying that Abraham Josiah Styles is not going to be there?
Is that really his name?
No, I just made that up.
Like Alan Jones or something like that.
Oh man!
I just had to do it. Abraham Josiah. That sounds like something that the Pope would say.
That sounds like that's a much better name than what his name actually probably is. That's such anyway.
It's probably like Alison Jules Styles or something like that.
No, I think Nick just said what it is. It's
Alan Jones. Yeah, AJ just. Like, I got short. Like, AJ Styles is just such a cool wrestling name, by the way. I love it.
No, it is.
Or it could be Annihilate All Jews Styles. So,
oh, come on. Oh,
I just went dark.
You're stealing Dave's gimmick now.
I did.
That one. I'm happy up here.
Yeah, Dave's like, I'm not touching that one. That's toxic.
Yeah, no. Here's all I'm gonna say is I think finally now we have officially offended everybody possible on this in the history of the show. Like the Jews was like the third rail that we didn't grab yet, and Burhan just grabbed it, not hesitatingly, both hands. Fucking riding that shit now.
I sexually assaulted that joke.
I really don't know how to continue, and I really hope you edit that bit out.
Never. Anyway, going on from that, let's basically.
No, please.
Let's bring that onto an Ask Him. So the Ask Him for today, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is Samoa Joe and AJ Styles were in the WWE at one other time. Name the time, name the show. Let's continue.
I don't count. Cup of coffee in the big time, by the way.
Hey, just because it's a cup of coffee still means that you had time to sit in the boardroom.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
I'm the cream of the crop.
Cream of the crop!
So going on from that, do we have any more news, or should we go on to what happened this week in wrestling?
I think we
basically
pretty much
did it.
Covered everything.
Did it? Isn't the week in news what happened in wrestling? Like, are we going to really just?
Well, in terms of
an accurate recap.
In terms of the best parts of professional wrestling, the Mega Powers have finally reunited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad these two guys are finally doing something. I'm sure it was entertaining. I did not watch. I was watching hockey, but.
How did that work out for you?
Rangers won, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, mine wasn't so good.
Big wheel in the sky keeps on turning, man. That's all I'm saying. Let's go, Rangers.
Well, with that moment, I remember JBL to top that moment off just where this is something.
I think that probably would have been my reaction too. I wouldn't really know what I was watching. I mean, I'm glad they're going back to this whole, Damien, or basically kind of doing what the Big Show was doing about, Ted, you remember when the Big Show was Showster?
Yeah.
And he was basically just stealing everybody else, Shokozuna.
Yeah, when he was doing, what was he? He did I think he did like Fat Bastard from Austin Powers.
Didn't he do like a Dusty Rhodes ripoff too, or something like that too?
He was Shokishi.
He's just a common man, Brandon.
That's working hard with his hands.
Show Cena.
No.
He did that once.
Did he really?
He did have a rap battle with Cena, yeah.
Show Cold Steve Austin.
I see. I was kind of like only tertiarily watching SmackDown at this point in my life. So yeah, that's why I don't really remember it that well. But I'm glad that they're reverting back to that with Sandow, because I really thought that was an interesting thing. Like I like this whole Sandow. He moved away from the intellectual savior of the masses thing by doing what I didn't know was a real promo or like a shoot promo. Like he kind of just came onto the set of one of the pay-per-view pre-shows and he's like, big surprise, I'm not on it yet again. Da 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 da. cut this promo, and then people were kind of just like, okay. And I didn't know if he went off the script or not, or what. But yeah, that's what started this, and I'm glad they're going back to it. But this whole Mega Powers thing, I don't know what to make out of it. I really don't. And I really hope this really doesn't just like, they don't ride this. They actually have a plan for this instead of just,
Tag title win?
Riding this out until the crowd turns on it or something like that, and then obviously breaking them up. But that's probably what's going to happen because that's, booking. That's how booking works.
By the way, Axelmania still the longest reigning Royal Rumble champion ever. Who hasn't been eliminated?
Yeah. No, actually, he was eliminated. But technically, when they eliminated him in the Battle Royal, wasn't he eliminated?
No, because the Royal Rumble's still
Ambrose
going.
threw him over the top rope 8 days later. Actually, I believe that record goes to, I want to say, Spike Dudley?
Okay.
4?
I might be wrong.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but okay.
Well, Spike Dudley was, no, maybe it was Scotty. I can't remember. It was somebody. It was either Scotty or Spike in 2004 when they were doing the tease with the return of The Undertaker, and it was the gong that distracted Kane when he got eliminated from the match. It was either Spike or it was Scotty Too Hottie.
I don't remember. That shit was like literally almost 12 years ago. So, which goes to show I forgot more about wrestling than some people.
And next
We'll
on the
ever
list,
know.
let's move on from that. Also, we had the Bellas playing faces now for some weird reason. Tamina made her
Because
re-debut.
hashtag WWE logic.
Yeah.
Tamina had her re-debut, and she basically destroyed Brie Bella.
She's basically doing the same thing she was doing for AJ, being the fucking muscle, which is basically all Tamina can do. Which, I mean, I'm not saying it's a knock against her, but I mean, for someone to be the daughter of Jimmy Snuka, I mean, I'm literally think if she was not the daughter of Jimmy Snuka, she wouldn't have a job right now in the WWE. But yeah,
She's been injured a lot.
Has she? Well, there you go. That's your reason why she's just continuing to be the silent muscle for whatever diva that they're trying to put over. But, I mean, are they essentially trying to make Naomi Black AJ now?
Pretty much.
Is that what they're going with?
Hey, Nick, why are you doing this to me? You just posted a photo of Maria Kanellis and MJPW showing the booty. Why?
Because I can.
Let's just hope that hole of yours, Burhan's got a cold shower in there somewhere.
Really. It's in the Wrestling Revolution Facebook group.
Well, if you go to facebook.com/WrestleRevolution, we are nearly at 100 members, at 98 members so far. It's pretty good, I think. You know, getting a lot more people adding themselves, joining the group, joining discussions on wrestling. We also, the group also...
And only 20% of them are totally fucking weird.
Yes. And the group also hosts first run shows, including this show, and also a podcast called The Fans Perspective, which was a video cast done by Mr. Brandon Liggan and Steve Hatch. Very, very good show. And, you know, great graphics to bits and pieces. Brandon funny as ever on that show as well, and it just gives you some wrestling knowledge. So going on from there... Shameless plug there for you. See, I'm not all like tits and ass and dick.
You don't just put you usually just put over yourself, so it's good that you put over.
I'll put over you. I'll put over myself at the end of the show when I get the dummy me, so I can put myself over.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to climb on top of yourself, because you know.
You simultaneously put yourself over and make yourself look strong
Yeah.
at the same time.
It's the Roman Reigns logic. Anyway, going on from that, we had that happen. That wasn't anything rather special. There we went over to the... they had a bit of a weird booking thing where last week they had Dean Ambrose go over Rollins to basically become part of the Triple Threat match and make it a Fatal 4-Way. There were rumours going around that the reason they're doing this is, one, to either make Ambrose to kind of take the Daniel Bryan slot, because they really haven't had anyone take that slot since Bryan's injuries. per se.
And you know who that is? A person deserves to be that slotted into that, like
Dean
if Dan O'Brien is
fucking
Dean
Ambrose.
fucking Ambrose. Exactly.
I agree.
The title of our lost episode was Dean fucking Ambrose.
Then he basically,
Yeah.
you know, he's doing that. They had they've got an ongoing thing where there's dissension between the ranks, and they're also looking at the idea of maybe turning either himself or Roman Reigns, which most logically I would say Roman heel. Now I like this. I like the fact that Roman Reigns becomes heel and sides either with Rollins, and the Authority becoming the new muscle of the Authority, kind of take the slot that Kane had.
Nope. That's not gonna happen. You know why? Because Roman is their golden boy now. Roman is gonna be the goose that's gonna keep on laying the golden eggs after John Cena decides to, you know, go off into retirement.
You hear that score of boos?
You know what though? There's more cheers, and there's people who always boo Cena. And you know what? There's as many cheers as there are boos. I was in Chicago. The boos were, I think, magnified in certain areas. Like I said, we're in wherever they were a couple weeks ago when I was watching Raw. It was a pretty heavy Roman Reigns crowd. You can only hear the really smattering of it. He's getting over more and more. That match with the Big Show helped him. I think this match Sunday helped him even further. What I did see of Raw this week was Dean Ambrose standing tall in the ring, getting the last laugh on Seth Rollins, pretty much guaranteeing that he's not going to win this Sunday. As we said in last week's episode, we had no illusion that Dean Ambrose was winning not winning the title. You know, we were fully accepted and convinced, you know, that wasn't going to happen and never going to happen, or at least not Sunday.
Well, Daniel Bryan gave up the Intercontinental Championship, gave up his right for that. Do you think that we're going to see at the pay-per-view that the IC title was going to be held up?
Whoa, how come we didn't talk about that? That's one thing we missed. We also got a big announcement that there's going to be a second pay-per-view this month, or not really pay-per-view because, you know, it's going to be exclusive to the WWE network, but a second network special from the WWE, The Elimination Chamber returns. Super duper excited about that. I mean, it's kind of weird though, a company that, you know, is trying to protect and worried about the safety of their performers, forcing 8 of them or 6 of them to perform in a basically steel death trap. Or at least at the very minimum, concussion guaranteeing match.
Let's be honest, someone's coming at this with a possible serious injury, aren't they?
Traditionally speaking, the Elimination Chamber matches have not really resulted in anybody being seriously injured that required them to have surgery or miss lengthy times, but there's definitely going to be a lot of sore bodies the next day. Well, here's the one thing I was really kind of intrigued by this, that there's rumored to be 2 Elimination Chamber matches, and one of them is going to be a tag team Elimination Chamber match. I've always wanted to see that because I thought that's basically the closest thing WWE could do to reenacting War Games ever again.
But instead of it being, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, 3-on-3-on-3, or whatever the fuck they want to do it.
It's going to be 2. It's going to be 2-on-2-on-2.
Right. So you're going to have, 3 tag teams, and each one, and there's going to be, I'm assuming 2 people from 2 random teams are going to start the match, and then it's just going to be.
No, I think it'll start out as a triple. It'll start as a triple threat match. Then, the one guy will lose, so then his partner will be in there, and then go from there. And then it'll eventually build until all 6 guys are in the ring at the same time, and then it's every team for himself, basically. Like you'll get guys pairing up and teaming, taking on the other 2, basically.
It's gonna be very interesting how it plays out.
Yes.
I'll tell you with the.
Yeah.
Well, who are you going to see in there? Because we've got. Who the fuck are the tag champions right now? I didn't even remember.
New Day are the tag champions.
All right, then.
New Day.
sucks.
which it's actually surprisingly working in the very limited times that I've seen it, and I've said it before, and I'm not surprised by it.
Mhm.
I'm glad that they're finally giving these guys a chance to get some heat as heels. But I don't know how long this is gonna last. Inevitably, like they got to do something. They got to keep it fresh, and I'm worried about WWE's ability to constantly keep things new and interesting. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes things get too complacent with what they have, and the next 3 weeks is just gonna be chanting "New Day sucks, New Day sucks."
Mhm. I think we're gonna see the Ascension in this tag match. This is Chamber.
By the way, I saw someone did a lovely infographic, and hats off to the person that has tabulated all this. That the Ascension, they've basically done like wins and losses for the entire 2015 calendar year, including live events. So that means this person has gone after and taken down results from live events. The Ascension have lost something like 36 matches in a row.
Huh?
Sorry, it might even be larger than that. It might be something in the 50s, even close to 60
Holy
matches
shit.
in a row. Like,
Okay, I
mean,
guess scrap that idea.
So, I mean...
But then again, champs are chumps in WWE, that's right.
It doesn't really matter, that's very true.
Yeah.
Well, I think those guys are paying their NXT bumps. Like, they're paying their dues.
Axelmania's one in Raw, brother.
You think the Mega Powers are due for that? Because
They're gonna basically squash the whole load. In my opinion, I think the Mega Powers gonna be running wild. It's gonna be like the Mega Powers versus the Four Horsemen and the Dungeon of Doom in those huge 4 stages of hell match. It's gonna happen, brother.
Because those were
what the fuck was the name of that damn match?
Those were such classics.
Gimmick. Yeah, the cage was terrible. The structure was terrible. The guys couldn't even fucking walk at the top.
Yeah, no, it was dumb. It was so very dumb.
It was.
For real. But I would like actually to see that match. I think they're gonna constantly tease these new Mega Powers as like. I don't think they're actually gonna give them a shot with the titles. I like the team of Kid and Cesaro. I think you're basically watching WWE's version of the Kings of Wrestling.
Yeah, because Chris Hero.
Because Chris Hero didn't want to lose some weight. Yeah, So I'll take it. I'll substitute, Tyson Kidd for Chris Hero.
Yeah, especially because a lot of times we get to see Natalya at ringside.
Yeah, and hats off to who's ever been doing Natalia's gear recently. I don't know. They kind of went with the whole Black Swan kind of
cleavage.
Straight up.
Cleavage.
Yeah. Okay, that's.
Bro, I was just sitting there going, yeah, kudos to. I love her. Yeah, she's got talent.
It's definitely noticeable.
Yep.
They definitely. I think they kind of just were taking away from Natalia's very strong jawline. She has her father's jawline. That's the one thing they need to direct people away from.
In the end, it doesn't matter.
Because that's all I see when I look at Natalya.
I'll give her a goatee. I'll give her a white goatee.
Okay.
Yeah, that was weird.
Here we go again.
It's gotten super awkward, and I just really want to end the show right now. It's
just like my night with Natalya. It'll be super awkward.
Super creepy.
Anyway,
right now.
going off
like
of
Burhan's just telling us, just like it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
It's fine. It's totally fine. Stroking your hair.
Not fine.
It's fine, Natalya.
You're
Anyway,
giving me nightmares tonight.
Thank you.
It's not fine at all. Jesus Christ, you're gone for 2 weeks on this show.
And he just catches up.
I would like to get her in the sharpshooter. Huh?
Oh my god.
I'd make her tap. I'd give her the heart attack.
Alright, do you want to talk about Payback
Yeah, going on,
Well,
basically...
we got the NXT
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
Too.
Wait for a second. John Cena had an amazing match 2 weeks in a row. This
Hey, man,
time...
it's been going a lot longer than 2 weeks.
This
in a row,
time,
by the way.
he had it with Neville, who almost beat him for the United States Championship.
Yeah, the man whose first name WWE forgot, the new sensation.
Naval. He basically, the match he had with Cena was just as impressive as the match that Cena had with Sami Zayn. And got to the top rope, was ready to hit his finisher before he was attacked by Rusev.
Well, no, he hit it. He had Cena pinned. This motherfucker was not kicking out at 2. Let's put it that way. And Rusev, oh, that was heat.
Do you think we could see a triple threat at Payback?
No, because absolutely they're saving that. That was just to get more heat with Rusev, but yet still to have Zayn look. I mean, have Neville look strong, but not have him beat by Cena.
Real strong.
To get the what I'm calling the. Oh my God! They're burying Neville by making him
they keep
lose
using
to
that
John
word.
Cena.
I don't think they know what it means.
Some people in our Wrestling Revolution forum have been guilty of using that word or using that term and having no.
Yeah, next time I see that, I'll pull out that Princess Bride quote.
Even our own Miguel Leon was tried to say that Triple H was like burying all the WCW talent that he says like. He didn't bury them. He gave them 15, 20-minute matches on Raws and pay-per-views.
Saying that though, Sting versus Triple H was terrible.
He debuted at WrestleMania. There's like mitigating circumstances.
Yes, but then Triple H came out looking like the fucking Terminator. A bad version.
Yeah, well, that's just because they paid more attention to Triple H's entrance.
Triple H buried himself by coming out like that. With those Tesco shopping bags.
No, it's
Interesting.
Triple H didn't bury Sting. Triple H's entrance buried Sting.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
It was terrible.
Oh.
We're coming. He's coming to terminate you.
Anyway.
Come with me if we don't want to be buried.
Oh.
Get the shovel, yeah.
Call Hagen! Give these people air! Sorry.
Get to the chopper now!
Anyway.
I think we successfully took that joke to the dead laugh area.
Yeah,
Yes, we did.
No, we've done every joke in this episode has been done to the dead laugh area.
Now, going on from that, like, Payback, let's do our Payback predictions and take this home. So...
Yes, please.
Well, don't we have NXT TakeOver next Wednesday?
Oh, yes. Let's do the NXT TakeOver predictions as well as the Payback predictions. So, NXT TakeOver. Nick, take it away.
All right, we've got tag title match. It's Enzo and Cass against Frosted Flake, Wesley Blake, and I don't have anything for you, but Buddy Murphy, because I legit don't have a... Anyway,
I like. Did Enzo call him Frosted Flake Wesley Blake?
I saw it like it was either like a fan art or a meme that, or whatever popped up online.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this. I love Enzo. I love Big Cass. I think I see Tag Gold in their future, and I see it at the pay-per-view, in my opinion.
I'd say Enzo and Cass take it, honestly.
I mean,
The other guys are Snoresville. I'm sorry.
No, Blake and Murphy.
I think
they
were just kind of a
transitional.
Transitional, yes.
Transitional tag team champions.
When they took the belts off of the Lucha Dragons, those guys weren't on the main roster not too long after, So I think they were just kind of placeholders for Enzo and Cass to take those belts.
Or whoever that next tag team is going to be. Cause,
yes.
I mean, there's a few other teams that it could have been. They could have went with the Vaudevillains or anybody else. But yeah, no, Enzo and Cass seem like the logical choice. Their stuff is ridiculously over with the.
Oh my
yes.
God, these guys are fucking
Hey, WT Soft.
Smack Talker Skywalker, little microphone lightsaber.
My name is Enzo Amore, and I'm a straight up G.
Certified G and bona fide stud.
Damn fucking
And
straight.
you can't
Teach that.
Remember that time I tried to do that for the intro and I fucked it up?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, when you have the entire crowd basically chanting along with you as you're doing your shtick, that's called over, my friends.
Yeah.
Hey, when you have the entire crowd doing your pose during your entrance, that's called over, my friend.
Yes. So I guess we're in agreement, Enzo and Cass taking the belts.
Yeah, I think this just makes sense.
Okay, so
most
here's
sense.
one that got added fairly recently. It's Bayley and Charlotte against Dana Brooke and Emma.
Weird. It's so weird.
Dana Brooke is Snoresville, in my opinion. She's...
Oh, get used to her though.
Oh,
Get used to her.
God.
That's gonna be Triple
She's
H's
gonna
pet
be around
project.
a while.
No, you could tell she is. The fact that she had this whole
Probably-
fucking promo up to the time that she even debuted. You had, what was that guy, Yuha Nation on NXT, and he just signed a contract. They didn't do any promos for the fucking guy. He just came in, signed a contract, shook William Regal's hand, and that was it. This girl gets fucking about what, like 5 weeks worth of vignettes before she actually debuts, and when she debuts, it was a snore fest, literally. The crowd,
the one diva I don't give a shit about in this match.
the
honestly.
crowd's gone mild. It was that bad.
Yeah. Kind of like my dick when Dana Brooke comes around. Let's put it that way.
I would. I'm just saying, I would.
I probably would. I just need a few drinks. Honestly, she's not exactly my type, especially when she's involved in a match with Bayley. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna be staring at Bayley more than Dana Brooke.
You're staring at her waving arm inflatable tube man.
No, I'm just staring at her ass.
Exactly.
Okay, put it that way.
Exactly what he's staring at.
Her wacky wavy arm inflatable tube man.
Yeah. I say Bayley and Charlotte take this. Honestly.
I do too, with little to no build. I just see it happening.
I have no
it's
interest
like
in this
it's just like
whatsoever.
got
I'm not
added
gonna lie.
really recently. They started building up the feud because they've had a thing with Bayley and Emma going on for a few weeks, and then looks like Charlotte and Dana Brooke got involved. They were doing a mini feud, so they just kind of threw them on a tag match. All right.
Next match, please.
Okay, Baron Corbin versus Rhino.
Yeah, you know what? I think the crowd. I think people are
Skip to
turning
the
on
end.
Baron Corbin.
They're starting to, yeah.
It's the tattooed Goldberg gimmick is wearing quite thin on people, especially now when you have, you know, the talent that's currently in NXT. So they're gonna do well to very quickly change it up with this guy and quickly turn him heel. But I don't even think that's going to be enough. I think they had their very small window of opportunity when he was just crushing dudes left and right. If they wanted to, you know, do anything with him significant, that was it. That was their moment, and they blew it. Or they blew it. They just, you know, that was all they could get out of it. Was that okay match with Bull Dempsey? Basically.
Can't milk an underfed cow.
Pretty much.
That
I
match-
see
that
Rhino.
DQ match,
I see either
that
Rhino
match
going
blew.
over to Corbin, or Rhino winning. But I really think Rhino's been brought there to kind of enhance guys like him. So I see Rhino losing.
So Rhino's gonna do the favors then. Yeah, I agree. I think they're definitely trying to build something with Corbin. They're trying. Whether it works, I don't know. But I'd say Corbin takes it. I gotta say what little bit of NXT I watched this week, Corbin caught Solomon Crow and hit him with the end of days. Actually, the way they edited it, I don't know what the hell happened. But basically, the idea is he caught him as he was coming in, end of days, bam. But the way it was edited, it looks like there might have been some.
There's this
botching?
guy has this guy has problems in the ring, I think is what it is. They're quickly realizing that he was not ready for what they want him to do. So it was too much too soon for Baron Corbin. I think Rhino completely squashes it, puts him out of work for a while, because I literally just saw Bubba Ray tweeting, "You're in for a world of hurt tomorrow," or something like that. So meaning Bubba Ray Dudley is coming out at the Philadelphia shows and beating the crap out of Baron Corbin. Or at least attempting to. And then we'll see from there what happens. But I think I think Rhino wins, putting him on the show for a while, and they figure out
where to go with it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. What they're going to go with this guy's character, because it's clearly not working, or it's clearly ran out of gas.
Yeah.
Momentum-wise.
But I will say, I love the End of Days finisher. I've always loved that move.
Yeah, he has a cool finishing move, but how many matches was he doing just that? Because that's probably literally all he could do. And I said this probably on this show. I was wondering when we were wondering whether or not he was working matches because they wanted him to look like a monster, or because that's all he could do. And it's pretty much looking like the latter.
Yeah. So yeah. Corbin.
Next.
Anyway, all right. This is supposed to be a triple threat: Balor, Itami, Breeze, to determine the number one contenders for the NXT title.
Itami injured.
Yes. So they're probably going to cut it down to Balor versus Breeze. I don't know how to call this one.
I say Breeze wins.
Say Breeze takes it?
I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to say Finn Balor takes it, because, the Finn Balor hot streak keeps coming, man.
Yeah,
I was going to say on
Balor
statistics, I'd go with him. As a stats man.
Well, I say Balor takes it just because it doesn't say when he's getting the shot, and they might just build it into he may get the shot later in the night. I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do with it?
I think it's going to build to the next special. I think he's the next big opponent, I guess.
So you say we're going to see this, roughly August. We're going to see Balor getting the shot, and he's going to take the title?
Maybe. I think so. That's certainly a possibility. We'll see. I think... I don't know what I think. Yeah, I think it's too soon to tell, really, what they're going to really go with.
And
I think Finn wins this, man. I think that's just, he's got the hot hand right now. I think Tyler Breeze is ready for the big call-up, though, I think. And I think now's the time to do that.
He could be partnering with The Miz. Who knows? So, Nick, next one.
All right. NXT Women's Title match. Sasha Banks defending against Becky Lynch.
Is it me, or does this match seem like porn to me?
Everything seems like porn to you, but...
I'm just saying, Becky Lynch is, kind of hot. She's like a hot Sheamus. And Sasha Banks is the boss, and both these women need to have a bit of a Burhan sandwich, I think.
Oh god! Oh god damn it, Burhan!
I wonder why the fucking ratings are in the tank for this show. Holy shit! Holy shit!
Just sit back and enjoy it. That's what I'll tell them.
Oh, that's what you basically been telling. That's basically telling all of us in this show. Slowly raping all of us.
I'm raping your mind. I'm ear raping you.
And are raping our fan base.
Yes, I am. I go into their houses.
I just think that Sasha Banks has still got some juice left in her as a NXT champion.
I could have made a comment there.
I bet you could have. Thank God. Yeah. Thankfully, you chose the high road.
Yep.
High as it gets, Burhan. There is no high road. It's only as high as it gets.
As high as it gets, yes. But yeah, I think just that Sasha Banks has only had really 2 defenses as women's champion in NXT, so I think not quite ready to bring her up just yet. But Becky Lynch isn't the person to take that belt off of her. I haven't seen enough from Miss Lynch.
I've seen enough.
Yeah, I think it's going to eventually be Bayley taking the belt.
Obviously,
from Becky,
the girlhood dream
Sasha.
Becomes reality. Yeah,
yep.
I mean that's obviously what it's.
How long do you think before people turn on Bayley when she becomes champion?
I don't know. I think
I don't
Bailey's
think
got
they
a
will.
good enough. Yeah, I think she's got a good, close enough shtick where people are enduring to her. I think if she gets up to the main roster, that might be a completely different story because they're a little bit more judgmental.
They'll turn her to Eugene.
No, but she will definitely be like. I basically just they'll pick on her and then she'll go like rage mode or something like that and take out somebody or something like that and go not heal but like
I would
tap
love
into
to
that
be.
dark. I've always referred to Bailey as Lady Tommy Dreamer. That's just what I get. I get that solid vibe from her.
I would love to meet the person who turned Eugene heel, like a retarded heel. Who thought that would work?
I don't know. Bad
Special
creative.
needs heel person. I just, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do, man? There are some truly bad gimmicks.
I agree.
In those days.
Nick,
And
next
so much
one.
So much so I even stopped watching wrestling for a while.
Nick,
some of them were truly bad.
next
Okay,
one.
so we're going to the next match. Yeah, Sasha's taking it. Anyway, Kevin Owens versus supposed to be Sami Zayn. He's injured. What are they going to do here? I guess that's the big question.
I think we said that. I think they're gonna find a way. I think like the way
And
to
they're
make it
going
look
to
like.
squeeze. Yeah, I think they're going to squeeze.
I think
Joe in
Owens. I think Owens will take out Zayn earlier on in the show, just to if they haven't done that on camera already.
But as far as I know, they haven't.
So they're gonna take Zayn out of the picture on camera, and then I don't have an opponent. Who's gonna face me? And then, oh my God, Samoa Joe returns. That's my bad.
It's like, oh my God, it's the Joe
That
Samoan.
guy it's that guy who we thought was gonna come here. He's now.
How do you
Was
do
Somo
this when
Johnson.
you've got Joe making his debut, but if you're not going to take the title off of Kevin Owens, how do you? Are you good with making it a really strong competitive match and then Owens getting the win, or do you have him almost come to the brink of defeat and then he pulls something where he gets himself DQ'd?
I say DQ'd and Joe stands tall.
No, I think they're gonna have a great match, and Owens will go over. He'll win clean, but they're gonna beat the hell out of each other. They're gonna entertain.
He'll win
Oh, yeah.
First one.
It's going to be. I don't know. I kind of see it where maybe they do something, just kind of build it in a way to where, it looks like Joe was this, so fucking close to beating the guy. And
That's what I mean.
Kevin
They're gonna go.
does something.
Yeah,
But what if you make it where like Kevin gets himself disqualified?
Well, I'll
Are
tell
you
you
good with that finish?
I'm calling Rocky 2 ending.
double knockout? That could be.
Yeah.
They could do that. That's an
Then whoever
idea.
gets off their ass first or something.
Yeah, like I've never been
it'll be
opposed to, like a DQ world title finish as long as it's done right. When you have, just a heel just trying to it barely escapes because of the
Basically not
technicality.
TNA.
Huh?
Basically not TNA.
Yeah.
Basically not TNA. Yes.
Yeah. Don't
But that's
pull a TNA.
That's just what I see. That's just what I see happening.
Oh.
Like,
I mean, we got to see. I mean,
they have to
we
keep
see Joe next week. It's
Owens.
gonna be me. I'm gonna lose my shit. It's gonna be WrestleMania 31, Rollins coming and cashing in the damn Money in the Bank contract.
Really, it's gonna be like that. I mean, it's gonna be an interesting. It's gonna be a watershed moment, but I'm not gonna lose my mind. Like, okay, he's here. Let's say I don't appreciate everything Joe has done in the ring, and he has had great matches with a lot of the talent in the WWE and ROH. But I'm just not that blown away by it. It'll get a pop, for that initial moment, that wow factor, because he's like I said, one of the last big guys on the independent circuit. That's not not in Bullet Club or not in New Japan that the WWE could sign. So
Right.
not Kurt Angle. So
Correct.
that's it. I don't think James Storm really ranks the same level of awareness or fanfare as Joe would. So he's the last big one, really. You know, he was the face of the of TNA for a while.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, that's not discounting James Storm. I've always loved James Storm.
He was also a parody Skinner. You know, remember that? Gonna kill you.
Yes.
All right, I think we're done with NXT TakeOver Unstoppable.
And now let's go on to the meat of this sandwich, of course, the Payback pay-per-view. So, Mr. Host, take it away.
I don't know what's going on Payback. To be honest with you, other than the Fatal 4-Way match, that's really the only thing I'm interested in. Someone's got to fill me in on what the hell else
I'm pulling up the card now.
Okay, Nick, back to you again then, Mr. Sir.
Yeah. I had to pull up Wikipedia for the NXT card because I didn't know what we had here. Let's see. We've got. I'm just gonna go from the. Fuck it. Just go from right up to the main event. All right, and we got the Mega Powers versus the Ascension tag team match.
Powers win.
That's gonna be on the pay-per-view. That's not a pre-show match.
Pre-show.
It just reeks of
looks like it's pre-show.
Yeah. Reeks of pre-show.
No, the Meta Powers, not Mega Powers. The Meta Powers.
Whoa.
The Meta.
Who comes up with these shitty names?
Whatever.
The meta power. No, I actually kind of like that because it's a pretty meta experience watching them, do this gimmick. So I like that name. Yeah, the meta powers win, obviously.
Yeah.
Because the Ascension loses.
LOL.
The streak continues. The Ascension's 56 match losing streak or whatever it is.
All right. Let's see. We've got 2 out of 3 falls tag team match for the WWE tag team titles. The New Day, Big E and Kofi with Xavier Woods versus Tyson Kidd and Cesaro with Natalya. Natalya's at ringside. Everybody wins.
Yeah. As much as I would love to see Kings of Wrestling 2 win the tag team titles back, I think this New Day gimmick is getting a lot of heat, and they're going to let it ride for a little while longer, and they win.
So champs retain?
Yeah, but I think here's what I think they start doing is they start freebirding it. They start enacting freebird rules.
Ooh, yes.
That, at any point in time, they can switch up, tag team. Like, oh, well, Xavier Woods was wrestling this match.
Right,
or Big E was wrestling this. Yeah, Big E was wrestling this match entire time. But, actually, Xavier Woods was last-minute substitution, Xavier Woods.
Yeah. That's what this... remember the Spirit Squad did when they were tag champions, which I can't believe I'm even remembering that gimmick. I wish I didn't.
Freebird rules, man. Freebird rules.
It was the Freebird rule. I mean, I am all for the Freebird rule. I am all for it.
Makes them look real strong.
Yep.
Real strong.
Dave, do you care?
Champs retain.
Not for this one, though.
Okay, I'm saying New Day retains. Next match.
Diva tag team match.
Next.
Yeah, I was going to say, even less care about that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
In other words,
no.
Bathroom break.
No, No, here's the thing about it is, I think to further ensure Naomi's rise to the top, for her to be inevitably knocked down by the Mother of Canaries, Queen Paige, first of her name, Queen of the I forget where I was going with this retainer. Anyway,
the restraining order.
Basically, she wins.
Yeah.
She wins. LOL.
Gorgeous, beautiful.
Yeah.
Raven-haired Lady Paige.
The Alabaster Goddess. Yes.
Yep.
She wins. LOL.
Yeah, they're gonna keep Naomi looking real strong.
So yeah, I say Naomi pins the Divas champion. Do you want to make her look good? Pin her. Make the champ look like a chump.
You think she'll kick out her too because she's got some of that Cena semen in her?
Oh God!
I mean, at some point in time, yes, she'll kick out at 2.
Yeah.
Yes, I think.
But I think it's going to be Nikki loses.
Brie takes the fall. I think, though.
You think Brie? Okay.
I think Brie takes the fall.
Bottom line, Naomi and Tamina.
Yeah.
Take it.
Next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt versus Ryback.
Next.
I was really confused about this feud because I guess like, okay, if you wanna make Ryback a thing, like, keep him in that upper echelon. You want to bring him up to the upper echelon of the card, but why use Bray Wyatt to do it?
Yeah, he doesn't look like the kind of guy that Bray Wyatt would target, in my
No one
honest
else is
opinion.
available.
Yeah, really, that's kind of that's definitely what it reeks of to me. That okay, we need Bray Wyatt to work with somebody, but we need Ryback to be brought up to higher than what he is right now. They already did Mark Henry. Big Shows are kind of already somewhat involved with the Authority. Okay, let's do Bray Wyatt. It's kind of the only permutation that hasn't been done yet.
It was drafted up on paper in someone's lunch break. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
his Wyatt promos has been good as always, but I don't know what if
He's not selling this match, and I agree. Nothing can sell a match against Ryback. Maybe Ryback should talk to us about the secret a bit more.
Well, here's the thing: is it's not getting me to want to watch it, but yeah.
Brad has kind of disappeared on us.
I think the match itself will outshine its build. I think Bray. I have at least. I'm beginning to have. I have enough faith in Bray's in-ring ability to, bring Ryback up to the level where he needs to be at.
Fair dues.
Or at least make him look capable.
Next.
Hope he doesn't get hurt though.
Yeah, I just don't care. I'd say Ryback wins. I just don't care. I love Bray Wyatt, but man, I don't know. Whatever. Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus.
Oh, look on the bright side, Nick. At least they've given us 2 piss breaks.
Really? I'm going to be probably playing a lot of Supercard during this thing, some of these matches, so yeah. Anyway, Ziggler versus Sheamus, regular singles match.
So basically you're saying that you're going to be playing with yourself while you're watching this pay-per-view. Disgusting.
God.
Sheamus versus Ziggler, I don't really give a fuck. No offense to Sheamus.
Why?
He has been so fucking mild. He's like the pastiest motherfucker I've ever seen. His gimmick looks shit.
Ziggler wins. I say he gets his revenge on Sheamus for the bullshit from the last Kiss My Arse match.
Yeah.
God, what a ridiculous stipulation.
Yeah, that was pretty ridiculous. Believe me, I was in the building trying to watch that. I agree with you, Nick. I think Ziggler gets his revenge, but I think this isn't the end of this feud. I think we all know that this feud will continue on further because
into the chamber,
into the Elimination Chamber. They'll find a way to work these guys into the Intercontinental title feud now that it's held by Vacant.
Well, hey, Vacant really taking up the titles.
Vacant,
he took the TNA tag titles too.
I know, and he's the UFC light heavyweight champion too.
Jesus, he's fucking all over the place. Damn.
Vacant is the greatest in the world. Anyway,
next.
All right, Neville, the man whose first name WB forgot, the new sensation versus King Barrett.
Did you say King Booker?
No, King Barrett.
No. I like this match because I liked their first match that they had on Extreme Rules. It was a very good match. So
pre-show, yep.
That was a pre-show match.
It was.
I forgot. I totally forgot.
Yeah, because Barrett's supposed to face Bryan for the Intercontinental title, and then he got hurt, so they put him on the pre-show with Neville.
It was hard to tell when you're there, because Anyway, but yeah, it's good. These two have put on a great match. I think they can do so again. I don't really know who's gonna win. I think Wade Barrett's probably gonna win because he's won the King of the Ring, so it makes sense to keep him winning. I was gonna say make him look strong again, but I've said that 5 or 6 times already.
Yeah, we've ran that joke into the ground. This
So I think Wade Barrett wins.
Barrett wins.
Since the King of the Ring was in the sense of championship, I got a feeling champs are going to be chumps here, so I'm going to say Neville. Because we had Barrett win on the last pay-per-view. I say Neville takes this one, and then watch, they work him into the chamber. So I got a feeling that Neville is going to walk out of that Elimination Chamber with the Intercontinental title.
I'll be happy with that.
Oh, I would love to see that. So, yeah.
Works for me.
And I think we ready for the next match. I Quit, U.S. title, Cena, Rusev. Do we really even need to say it?
Yeah, it's John Cena wins, LOL. But
Yes.
I think we will see this will facilitate the Lana face turn, and we will get over the summer, which is I guarantee you it will be hilarious. Dr. Shelby teaching Lana how to speak perfect English. Telling you.
Okay, WWE, if you actually listen to this show.
Yeah, exactly. If my house is bugged,
fucking sense, you will do this insane swerve where you have seen us say I quit, but because Lana was about to get put in the accolade or something like that. Because good guys,
I just want to see Lana put over the tank by basically stripping on it. That's me. One can dream.
But knowing how booking usually is, because
Cena wins, LOL.
Yes. Cena wins, LOL, because I guarantee you, we're going to get Nikki loses, LOL. It seems to be one or the other with these guys, usually.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
We've seen this Rusev Cena thing come end its course. This is the blow off. This is
we knew the prediction. We knew how this match was going to end when they fucking announced it the last pay-per-view.
Yeah. We knew how this feud was going to end in February when they put these guys together.
Yep. And funny thing is I recently went back on the WWE Network and watched the I Quit match between JBL and John Cena. Fucking great match. And
I think John Cena gets a lot of undue heat for being his position in the company.
Well, yeah, but you remember back then that was the rise of Cena, so it wasn't he was still getting cheered. It's when they started shoving him down everybody's throats that people got sick of him. I don't deny how good he is. He is a hard worker. He's a company guy, which
he's had the longer reign at the top than Austin, Rock, and Hogan combined.
Yep. So. Anyway,
yeah, but the problem with some of this is it is a cliche, but it's true. But people don't like success, if you know what I mean. Because some people just like the excuse to piss him out. Oh, it's like
people yes, wrestling fans especially. But say what you will, the numbers don't lie. The guy's been at the top for 10 years.
And whether people like it or not, you cannot fault his work ethic. So
exactly. Speaks for itself.
All right, so main event.
Main event.
Fatal 4-way. Rollins, Reigns, Ambrose, Orton.
Rollins wins due to shenanigans. Ambrose gets beaten the living shit out of by Reigns, and Reigns turns heel.
Now here's what I have.
Well, here's the thing: if Rollins fails to retain the title, Kane will be fired from being the director of operations. Okay.
Bye.
I say Rollins retains. Rollins is going to retain this. It's going to be a build to, I'd say Ambrose ends up winning Money in the Bank, and he's going to cash in on Rollins at SummerSlam. Maybe if Lesnar doesn't come back by SummerSlam to try and take his title back, the mayor of Suplex City.
Our Lord and Savior.
Yep. What was in the name of the Advocate?
Jesus, Paul.
It's the name of the It's the name of the prophet is Vince McMahon, because he was the one that told the prophecy of this great conqueror coming from the land of South Dakota. The Advocate is Paul Heyman, and the Beast Incarnate. Amen. I hope
that was a beautiful. Brandon, that was a beautiful eulogy.
You celebrate his birthday by cracking open a can of beer and eating a cold one.
We are going to celebrate his birthday this July 11th. This Brockmas is what we're calling it. But yeah, no. Here's what I'm hoping, and maybe I'm crazy for thinking this, but I'm hoping our Lord and Savior blesses us with his presence at Payback to make Payback really worth watching, and find some way to beat everybody up, but to keep keep Seth Rollins as champion, because he wants his chance at Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And I think that's what will happen. That's just my opinion.
But if he doesn't, that's cool. He can sit at home in Minnesota.
If not, exactly. Our Lord and Savior could do whatever he wants.
Yep, he can be with his kids. It's
Brock Lesnar's world. We just cohabitate it with him.
Yes. He allows us to cohabitate his world.
So going on with that Payback pay-per-view, guys, those were our predictions, of course, from myself, Nick, from Brad, and Dave just basically lusciously just sat there and went, I could give two fucks about this pay-per-view. Going off from that, let's go on.
Here's the thing.
Go on.
Here's the thing I think about that. That kind of attitude could be good for it, because the matches itself might exceed the build. They have definitely.
It's got underwhelming written all over it.
They have definitely. I can name several pay-per-views, even one last year, that was really good. Completely underwhelming pay-per-view. Completely underwhelming build, but great match. SummerSlam last year.
Saying that, Mr. Dave Wade, you've officially been inducted into the Wrestling Fan Hall of Fame, because you've become a wrestling fan, because you sat there and just
everything.
went, I hate everything.
Now I've become bitter and cynical when I read certain listings.
Yes, you have. Congratulations.
You've reached that level.
Now,
reached that level of fandom.
Going off from that, let's go
Yeah, but you know how
to
I
this.
say it, though? Which is, I've reached that level of fandom because now I put myself in the shoes of every wrestling fan, which is, how would I feel if I had to pay for this on the night? Underwhelming!
Fuck him! I dumped him! I want to know, are you the man or are you a fucking piece of shit? No good motherfucker! Fucking bullshit!
Yes.
Bullshit,
Did you add stuff to that intro? Because it's slightly different than what I sounded before.
I don't know, maybe because you hadn't heard it in 2 weeks.
Maybe because I hadn't heard it in 2 weeks. I was getting all, trippy from the nostalgia.
You got choked up?
I got a little choked up, yes. As the Iron Sheik tweet of the week usually does, because like I said, the greatest living Iranian American all over the place on the Twitter this week. But the one thing that really made me really stick out was his stance on what I call the most pointless NFL story of the offseason, Ball Ghazi.
Thank you. I like that way more than Deflategate.
Ball Ghazi is such a better term than Deflategate.
Yeah.
But I won't get into my thoughts on the Ginger Hammer. That's for a whole other show that I used to do that I might do still. But anyway,
that actually made breakfast news on all the main news channels.
It's been covered ad nauseum, other than the NHL playoffs and the
which
NBA
are far
playoffs.
more important.
Yes, the NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs.
They are far more important, but now they are irrelevant to me for obvious reasons.
Well, let's go Rangers. Anyway, as I was saying, I kind of got like two kind of Iron Sheik tweets of the week, if you will oblige me.
Hey, I'll take the double dose of Sheik.
Double dose of Team Shaky,
me up, baby.
Yeah.
So this one was a special Mother's Day tweet. Shaky always has, loves his mama and loves all the mamas of the world. Happy Mother's Day to all intelligent lady, except for the jabroni Mel Gibson's mother. That made me laugh. But this one, I think, really, really stands out to me and will be our official Iron Sheik tweet of the week. The Jack Tunney suspend the Tom Brady, put a mask on him. He be new conquistador, Bubba.
Fucking bullshit!
I'm a mark for a Jack Tunney reference. That always makes me laugh. And Tom Brady, your balls could go fuck themselves. So I actually got to check those.
So going on from that, shall we go on to the plugs?
Plug away, sir.
Mr. Nick Horaceck.
All right, you can find me over on Twitter at GamingPegasus187. I'm over on YouTube at the GamingPegasus187. I'm on Facebook at Nick Horaceck. I'm on Xbox Live, Wii U, Instagram, Supercard Pegasus187. I'm not going to bother with the fucking update because I just started another King of the Ring. Enough said. So yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm after the show. I'm gonna go hit up the bar. I need a few drinks.
Trying to get the taste of payback out of your mouth.
What's your tipple of choice, Nick? What's your tipple of choice?
Usually PBR, but if I'm gonna go alcohol, Jack and Coke.
You're such a fucking hipster.
It's cheap. I can get a 16-ounce can for $2.
It's not like our day, Bran, and it's not like our day where we just have Jack Daniels straight out the fucking bottle. We're hardcore.
Oh, I can't do that anymore. I can't drink it straight up. Or if you have to do it, I gotta drink it with ginger ale or like Nick does with.
I used to just drink the bottle. I was like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Hey. Well, when I hang out with my friend the Tomers, and shout outs to Big Al who's going through some lymphoma issues, but he'll be okay. No one's gonna kill that guy.
I used to sit on the side of the road drinking it from a bottle and just insult people drunkenly every
Honey
time
Jack's
went
is really good too in Coke. I had that. Was that like a month ago?
If you had the have you had the cinnamon fire or like
the fire one? Yes, I've done shot it out before, and that's really damn good. It's like the cinnamonness of Fireball without all the sweetness.
Yeah,
I can't do Fireball. It gives me the worst fucking hangovers.
Anyway, like I was saying,
it's like Golden Grahams, but for alcoholics.
In a sense, yes.
Sort of.
Breakfast.
Yeah. Okay, who's Dave? Your plugs?
I'm not going to go dark this week. I quite simply think there's no way I could compete with Burhan. The crown is yours, sir.
Enjoy it. Once he grabbed the third rail, like once he grabbed the third rail,
he just like
make sure
both hands.
Make sure you rinse the crown off before you give it back, Burhan.
Oh man.
You can find me on Lumboy's Post 1975 on YouTube, and you can find me as Dave Wade on Facebook. And you can find me scrubbing furiously Burhan stains out of my crown next week.
Yes, and also find me on youtube.com/The Nerd Genius. I did a video called Burhan Eats. It was the first in a new series of videos because it seems to be getting quite popular. And what it is you lovely people out there will challenge me to eat something. It's going to happen once a month. Tell me what you want me to eat. I will prepare it. I will eat it, and it would be amazing. And then you can see the end results of me shitting in the toilet. No, I'm joking, but you know. This week I took on the Mega Man burger. It's basically made by a company known as Eat 8-Bit. Shout out to them. Go over to their Facebook page and check them out, or you can Google them as well for their website. They're based in Victoria, Australia. So I got the recipe, managed to make the burger myself.
Fucking figures Australians would come up with that monstrosity.
Yeah, it's basically I went to
mate,
Iceland.
What we gotta do is you gotta get a bunch of beef and you gotta get a bunch of bacon, and then you gotta put cheese on top of that. And what was it like? What was the
cheese sauce?
Stuff on top, like a cheese sauce on top.
And cheese waffle. They had like waffle fries on top of that, and chicken nuggets on top of that. And I had 4 burger patties on there. It was delish. Check it out.
People, if you are thinking about doing this challenge, we do have to give a disclaimer at the front, which is look at Burhan's brother's face.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to pass.
For a lot of sadness after you eat that burger.
Yeah. He looked like he was going to pass out afterwards, I have to admit. And I was extremely tired. I was extremely tired. I was lying there and I was going to my girlfriend. I was like, "Are you sure you want to still date me after I ate that burger? After you witnessed this?" She was like, "Yes." I was like, "Oh, good." Yeah, so you're not totally fed up.
She wants to date, but she never said she's going to eat it.
Well, she said she might take me up on the challenge. She might do the challenge herself. It's actually quite funny because I think she'll fail, but still. As long as she gives it the good college try, because I'm sorry, she weighs less.
She weighs 96 pounds.
Yeah, she weighs less than the burger itself. So, just saying. Her
stomach might not be able to fit it all.
But if you want to take on the challenge,
if you guys drag yourself over to our neck the ponds, or particularly my neck the ponds in Bristol one day, I'll take you to. It's not quite the behemoth that Burhan's was, but considering you don't have to make it yourself and you can be lazy, which is my kind of cooking, I'll treat you to the Mega Burger from my local kebab shop.
Ooh, awesome. Just
it's only 3 patties, but the patties are twice the size of your face, and yeah. Any burger by itself before you pay for fries that cost £7.50 deserves respect.
Also, review coming this Sunday. I'm doing a review of the awesome Sky Saga game, of course, as well, by the Oliver Twins. I'm going to be doing a review on that. I've been playing the alpha build. I'm on an alpha stage 4. It's like Minecraft with a lot more effort. You know, you get to like it literally is an amazing game. You start with your ship crashed. You have to basically find your way around, do a few missions, and it has like a crafting schedule. You do some tutorials. I'm on the tutorial stages at the moment. I was playing it on my YouTube channel, but for some reason my audience does not like Let's Plays because I got 12 downvotes on the fucking video from the moment I started doing it.
I think that's probably just trolls of a specific person who's got many spam accounts.
Yeah, so I was just like,
Sounds like
okay.
it.
But anyway, check that out there, guys. I'll get the review up on that. If you also check me out on the Scullions channel, youtube.com/Scullion for E-Tank. I've basically produced a new video for Megaran, so go to youtube.com/Megaran as well for his channel. I've got a lot more videos coming on youtube.com/RetroAnlim, including MCM. I did all my interviews and videos on the RetroAnlim channel as well. And if you've missed it and you haven't seen it yet, go to youtube.com/RetroAnlim Live for RetroAnlim 42, which is the live panel show that I did. I directed it, I edited it, and I was also a part of it, hosting that show as well. Yes, I'm a man of all hearts. Don't forget Burhan the boy who've been mining Mr. Burhan's epic rendition of the Doctor Who theme. Which apparently nearly made someone's eardrums bleed. So there you go, guys. That's all my stuff. Check it out. youtube.com/TheNerdGenius, of course. And yeah, so take it away, Mr. Host of Hosts.
All right. So, like Burhan said earlier in the show, check out Fans Perspective on the Boneyard Productions YouTube page. Another episode coming, not this week.
Which I also watched and I told Bert about. Really enjoyed it.
Well, you should send your praise over on to the good folks at Boneyard Productions. I'm sure they would love to hear it, especially all the parts about how I'm awesome. Love my passive aggressiveness right there. Love it. Do it now. I'm trying not to blow up about things, but anyway. So yeah, check that out. Fans Perspective, Boneyard Productions YouTube. Go out and support independent wrestling, because it's the grassroots of the movement. Because without that, we can't do this show. Without independent wrestling, this show does not exist. Yes, I said it. And again, to all the good brothers and sisters who are out there performing this weekend, be safe, take care of each other in the ring, take care of each other outside in the ring. If you live the party lifestyle, try not to do anything too stupid.
Yep.
Just
cough mega burger. Sorry.
That's all I can say, man. So, for the returning Mr. Michael Burhan, for Lawn Boys Post, and for Nick Horaceck, and Daniel Bryan, and the man whose name WWE first name WWE forgot, and everybody else out there, I'm Brandon Liggan saying good night. Good night. Peace, love, and humpiness to all. Go forth and spread beauty and light. That was what I was going to say.
Is sponsored by Maria's ass and boobs. Because the camera cannot stop focusing on those things. I mean, seriously. I saw slow-mo shots of those bad boys. So if you want to see Maria's ass, check out facebook.com/groups/Wrestle Revolution for more anus.
Creepy. God, can we not end this show?
This show is also sponsored by Paige, the queen of milky skin delight.
Nope, we can't end the show now on a creepy moment.
Yes, road to restraining order. There's only one thing I need to say. It's also sponsored by the fact that she'll probably get even more whiter if I came in contact with her.
Even though all I'm gonna say is her father lives in your country. He's coming after you, not me.
Did you just say he's coming for me, N-word? Oh, racism.
Oh, he's coming. Oh, he's coming for you. Yeah, that's for sure.
Come and get me, and as he's beating me, I'd be like, but I was like, you hitting me hard. That's fine. It's not as hard as I'm gonna pound your daughter later on. And he's just gonna kick this. Rotor restraining order, ladies and gentlemen. Rotor restraining order.